Okay, and welcome back to my channel, to second installment of Viking conquering the Roman Empire. Today we're gonna continue with our journey through military branch of the strategy game, and if I'm not mistaken, yes, it is located in Thessalonica in Greece. Rome wants us to convince local Greeks to fulfill our government. So let's start.
Macedonia's upstart kings have been overthrown and will no longer threaten, harass, or otherwise annoy Rome. But the common Greeks around the Aegean appear to need further convincing that Macedonia is part of the Republic now. Establish a city and military presence to keep these unruly people in line. The rich hills of Thessalonica provide an ideal spot for building an army with which to bring Roman peace to the entire province. The Greeks must be shown that Rome will not tolerate threats. Pacification efforts must be made, though these efforts may bring increased resistance from the natives. Decisively crush the troublemakers to ensure that the security and enlightenment of the Republic remains established in the region for years to come.
Okay, what an intro. So let's begin. Let's check our goals. We need 10 culture, 25 security, 15 prosperity, favor 35, and 100 people in our population. I think that's manageable. Okay, so first part, pause the game, and let's scout the region, right? So we have farmland located on this part. We have got some woods here. Maybe they will even allow us to build furniture after the first level. Okay, we have iron. Ooh. We have iron too. So what we have available? Iron, timber, sand, olive, sheep, and food. Industry. Yes, we have the furniture. Have weapons. We do not have armor yet, so no heavy infantry yet. Alright, clothing, glass and olive oil factory for beginning. I think I would prefer to start with glass because it does not require farmland to be used for our factories. Okay, and let's check the empire. We are surrounded in Greece by 4 towns, military outposts, enemy camps. We can trade with Rome and they want utensils. Let's make from iron, that's cool, we have iron. We have Sicilia who wants timber. We have the timber, but why do they want timber? Why do they want furniture? And Sardinia doesn't want anything, they just sense luxury resources. Okay, let's spawn the city first. Okay, so what I'm seeing is I think I'll put industry over here to this region because there is iron here and there is wood here in close proximity. That makes sense. The other option is here close to the river or sea or whatever that is. That would require a little bit of destroying current road system. Check, is it land? It's not by water. This one is by water. Okay. So would be more advisable to have it close to the water. Okay. Still, let's start building up here. So let's build the road. And we will try to put some iron mining camp here. Right. How many of them we need? We need 2. Create 65 utensils per year, at least. Maybe some more for our own people. And we need something for weapons as well. I suppose they will ask us for some more military support, and as we have seen on the last game, that requires a lot of army because the army does not come back. Maybe this time they will. Maybe we need to convince them that our city is the greatest place on earth and they want to come back. 5 iron mining. Oh, let's build 6, just to be sure. Okay, then what we will do next? Let's put sand collecting here, and my OCD wants to use the rock formation to make it clean and narrow. How many we will need? Let's start with 2 to be, I think, sufficient. And let's start playing some factories. We will try to use as much space as possible, so it's a little trick I will show you to check where the hill is actually ending and where is the buildable zone. And that is to take some large building. I usually go with Coliseum. It's not available yet, it's just the first or second level from the beginning. So let's try Arena. And Arena will tell us that it's that's neat and not neat at once. So it shows the red spot is where we cannot build, and it shows us that it's just one square or one piece of land after we built the iron. So this will look like this, and this is buildable zone, right? So let's build something. And what do we want to build? Let's build utensils, because we need 65 or more of them. Let's go with 4 for now, and we will see how it works in future. And what was that? What was the next thing we need to do? We need weapons, because this is the military branch of game. For the people who didn't see the previous video or my introduction of the game, I played this game when I was a kid, and I only played the economic branch of the game because I was too scared of this military part. So I didn't like to play military, and I haven't seen the levels yet. This is the first time for me, so I'm just assuming what can happen. And I am heading towards playing only military branch. I think I will try to play Alexandria, maybe in some separate video, because there's a quick hack I can show you how to win the game without rushing. That's one specific of the level there. Let's not forget our warehouses, and it's the rule of thumb: whenever you build warehouse, always set up what the warehouse will collect. It's weapons and stuff. So, what we are missing for our industry? We are missing wood for our weapons, and let's build timber cutting camps. Let's build 2, 3, 2. Let's go with 3. Right? Okay. That's the basic, and we have built already some sand collecting camps, so we need some glass factory. Now, it would be wise to build factories as close to the sand collector as possible. I'll just check how many factories I will. Yeah, 2 factories maximum with the boulder in the way. And I'm not really fond of building them here, because my plan is that there will be some residences over here, or over here. Let's build residences here and patricians here maybe. And that's, for me, a little bit too close to the people. So, are we gonna build a branch here, or are we gonna build it here? Let's go with this place. So we'll start with warehouse, and as a rule of thumb, don't forget to create the settings for your warehouse. And glass factory. Now, why I chose this place instead of this one is the reason is very simple. Right now I'm building 2 factories for our equids and patricians to have a glass, but if I will run into the moment that I would want to upgrade our basic plebs building, this setup is probably not enough for a whole city. So what I'm aiming to is that I can expand sand collecting to the sea or river and send glass factories to the place where the boulder will stop us probably, but we can also go to the next row, right? So that's the setup, and let's put some prefix here and engineering as well, so the building won't get fire and collapsed. Okay, so that's our industry in place. Now to some food building. Let's start with grain, as we discussed on previous video. This game is trying to convince us that the grain is the most important part of the food chain in ancient Rome, and it's partly true. There is some instances in culture that's been kept from ancient Rome, and also from some archaeological findings that the Roman citizens had very bad teeth. That's coming from more sugarly diet. And what is interesting that when we have archaeological findings of some low-income people that used to buy not so quality flour, their teeth is much more worse and much more problematic in the consistency of the whole body that's been found. In opposed to patricians, they used to buy much more quality wheat that's almost a white flourish for the technology of the time. That was a proper way. And by the way, one of the expansions of ancient Rome to Egypt, very often portrayed by some Caesar, Julius Caesar, I forgot the word, conquest with Cleopatra. One of the reasons was that Rome needed to secure the food industry from Egypt that was delivering a lot of food to Rome. And also one of the payment of soldiers who were serving in legions was partly grain. And that's similar with ancient Chinese armies, as much as we do know now, because Chinese army also used to carry some amount of grain payment for their soldiers. And they used to, when they used to move the army, they used to set up the camp, and one of the things they needed to do is to start a bakery where they bake the grain to some bread or something. And it is said that it is one of the reasons why Genghis Khan Mongolian army was so successful in defeating China ancient army this time, because the Mongolians were really swift with their horses, and they just camped where they want and moved on the next day. And their diet consisted mainly of dairy and meat, apart from Chinese, who used to eat a lot of grain products. And Chinese needed to stop, they needed to build a bakery, they need a lot of stuff. So one of the, not the main, but one of the reasons Genghis Khan was so successful in China maybe was a little bit to do with food. So that's being said in the different part of region than I am right now, in part of the world. Let's go back with our building. I think I a little bit overdone it with the food right now. So I have built 8 grain fields with 4 grain farms serving them, and I have built 8 vegetable fields with 3 vegetable farms serving them. That's because I cannot fit the vegetable farm in here with this one red square not allowing us to build it. And I want them in the row. I want them to be neatly straight. So what I'm gonna do is when I will have time and maybe a little bit of money as well, functional trade, I will move the road a little bit. That's the plan in my head right now, and some granaries as well. Now let's build some district, and we already created a pattern, I think, or not. Let's build it now. So let's build 3 equids houses. Let's circle them with row. Alright, and now let's build 10 plebs houses encirculating the road. And that's one of the reasons why I like to play the game, because it makes me want to create I cannot call it structure, but some schematic, synchronized, symmetrical buildings of buildings, as we can see here, and some escape help as well. Now on the second part of the road after the main one, let's put some services these people will need. They will of course need some god worshipping, because as we have seen, worshipping a god is a really good thing to do in this game, and it's a thing you don't want to miss, or otherwise you will face serious consequences. Right. There's a space in the middle. We can, just for the OCD problem of mine, we can fill it with some hedgerow and make it a little bit prettier. Right. Now let's build a clinic. Let's build a tax office. That's not needed right now because we don't have many patricians. We don't have any patricians actually. But let's be prepared, and let's build a powerhouse. Okay. And now they are screaming at us that we do not have reservoir nearby, and that is true. So let's build a reservoir. One of the pinnacles of ancient Rome engineering, sometimes wondrous even to today's days. Sometimes even in work in today's days, some cities are still getting its fresh water from mountains via these reservoirs and aqueducts. Okay, so let's check what we are missing. We are missing some equid house. We build it a lot. I think we need to target 200, and we currently have 120, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check our labor. Yeah, we need 200. So that's 2 houses missing, and we need 1,200 plebs. And we currently only have 700. So what we're gonna do? We are gonna try to make a similar structure, but only half of it. That's gonna require some destroying of the existing road. Yep. Here we are. Let's destroy the road. And let's place 2 equids here. Okay, seems lovely. I'll leave this space empty for now. I think we will need more equids as the game progresses. Basically for some services for patricians, and yeah, and we are missing markets as well. So we need to build them, as for our citizens need to buy food and some basic goods somewhere. And let's close it for plebs for now, both of them, so they will learn their place in my city.
Our city's labor system is running fairly smoothly.
So it's 700 and 350. It's something about 1,000 people. So we have right now a place for about 1,000 people. We are gonna do some priorities here as usual, as I advise to do. And so let's water. And there is nothing here we can do right now. So I think we can unpause the game and see what's going on. Unusual autosave. And people are starting to flooding the city. I think we forgot to build prefect office and engineering office in here as well. So just to be sure, let's place it. Now, as I mentioned in the previous video, when you unpause the game and when you are building a city in a pause and then unpause the game, you want to check all the city. You don't want to check only on your housing and seeing the people that are flocking in, because you can miss something going on in a region like here, where there can be a fire or some buildings starting to collapse because you forgot to build a building. And that happens much more often than you might think. Okay, water is starting to flow, and I think we have all the equids already moved in. Yep. And they are starting to demand the food. That's unusual. But our granaries still don't have enough workers. Our farms do. And there's like a lot of people trying to mine the iron. Right? So that's good.
There's got to be an easier way to get metal from the ground.
I suppose.
But heck if I know what it is.
We already have 1,000 citizens and still no food for our people. Well, that's not good. Let's see. Factories are starting to pile up. Okay. I think I'll add one more building here. You know what? Not sure if I want to upgrade plebs. The same as in previous game. That would mean right now I am missing 170 people. I would need some people to work in the furniture factory. I would need luxury market, exotic market. That's pretty much it. Maybe to enhance the food a little bit. Still not sure. Still not sure. I mean, as I am gold right now in here, I would want to invite people to be SMPs or civil. There's a lot of problems coming with them, and we have our first epidemic. Let's go check it out. And one building is on fire because 100 or second building is on fire. Let's check out our village. And Jupiter is absolutely happy. He has perfect coverage. He is dedicated to himself. So he's giving us sun. So why is doing this to us? For people in the chat room, Jupiter was main goal in the hierarchy, of course. They don't have, they have they have multiple goals. And Jupiter was in the top of the hierarchy. He was basically the same as his equivalent of Zeus in ancient Greece, and he, surprise surprise, is a god of storms, and he's often depicted with I forgot, lightning in his hand. And if you see the resemblance in this god with lightning and Thor, who is also said to be able to a little bit control weather in this part of weather chart, which means thunder and lightning, you are up to something. And to enrich this theory, ancient Slavic people used to have a god. That's name is I think Perun. He's also one or second in charge in the hierarchy of gods, and surprise surprise, he is a god of thunder and storm.
Respect for the
Okay,
gods
so
is
our city is a little bit running.
Our city
There's
needs
some people
more
missing, but
workers.
I think that's okay for now.
Finances
But
of
our
city
finances is really a problem right now. It's
Rome
starting to get a
considers your
big
efforts to
problem.
be
So let's open up the trade. We need to sell utensils really quickly, and we won't be doing wood right now. Okay, so let's build a trade depot. Let's build close to the warehouse as possible. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I like. Now export. And as I mentioned in previous game, and I think it will come in handy in this one, we want to limit our storage a little bit because we will in the future start buying silk. Now I can see the weapons are piling up, so let's build a recruitment post. And this seems like a nice place for this building that's not suiting the usual sizes of factory, because you want to keep it close to the weapons. But I already promised this place for glass factory, and now I'm not sure if I want to take this place. But I will. I will be mean to glass, and I will put a recruitment post here. Yeah, and Jupiter is pleased with us, so because he created a storm, he set some building on fire, and now he's happy. You mean little man. I think we can. Oh, it's a little bit too late for now, but never mind. I think we forgot to open the food market for purpose after Equits was had already storage their food. So let's fix this mistake. We can prevent some more epidemics in future, and we can see that residents are unhappy because, of course, they didn't have food. Who wouldn't be unhappy? I'm unhappy after a few hours. And they took some half of the year, maybe. Okay, our guns. Weapons are piling up, and we also need to build a mess hall. So that's the place where they collect the food for soldiers. Okay. And we can see some of the people were emigrating already. Maybe the hungry one. Probably the hungry one. Let's check our labor once again. Oh, we're missing a lot of people. Excellent, go. Alright, let's build some more buildings because we have added some military buildings right now, and we were missing people even before. And we will need to build a luxury market as well. That will boost expansion of our equids. That means we will finally start to build patricians. Now, why I'm rushing this is that I already have tax office, and I already started the trade of utensils to my neighbors, but I don't have enough money. So, in order to generate more money for myself and my expansion in this game, I need some patricians to pay me taxes. Okay, let's go with 5 villas for now. I think enough. And don't forget, we need to level this villa of patricians to at least second level in order to them to start paying taxes for us. So right now we are waiting for, yes, here we go, and we are waiting for this equid houses to level up, so they will start having more people available in these houses from 40 to 60, which will allow us to build an Odin. And I want to make it straight and narrow as I like to do. Yes. And build the road, of course. Don't forget the roads. And we have Odin ready for villas. And you can see that this villa is not happy with healthcare coverage. I suspect that this clinic does not have enough range for the villa, and that was exactly right. So let's build another one, and delete the existing one. We will maintain our population of our workforce of equids, and we did not miss a lot. We actually added more buildings to this clinic coverage that was before this place. Now they are on medium level, and that's okay. That's of the first step. That's what we wanted. So now they should be starting to pay taxes. Our equids are telling us that they are unemployed. We have 48 available equids, 25% of unemployment actually. And I think that is not optimal. So let's prepare Actor Guild. And I mentioned it earlier, I will repeat it once again. This building is not so favorable in order to live next to them. Maybe actors are just loud. But people in this game do not want this building to be in close proximity. It's not as bad as industry or some farming, but it's not good either. Right? So that's our actor guild ready, and we still have 47 people, so that means more building has upgraded to next level, and they are still unemployed. Let's fix desirability in this area by putting 2 trees. Interesting fact, trees change their design during the game. Not every, but all the maps have different regional aspects to them. So if you are in Greece, you should have something like, I don't know if it is, but more to it, a Greek tree. And if you are playing in north, trees will be more northerly. And that's, I think, a little bit interesting, because this game is not so new already, and it was kind of a big feature at the time. And Caesar are already wanting army from us, and we still do not have army because we need to build a fort, and the fort costs money, and we are not particularly good with money right now. Side note, welcome to my life. Right, so that's a fort build, and I think we can boost this medium villa with some theater. And let's try to make it on as much close to the sea as possible. Yep, here we are, and it's entertainment for this villas. And I think I'll try to squeeze some wood industry in here, but that will require for me to build more more buildings for our left people, because we already are lacking some of them. So let's just start with 2, and let's roll it and see. Now let's make it narrow, and let's also open a port to Sicilia. It's water port, and it's the first water port we are building. I kind of find it counterintuitive that you need to set up a proper orientation of the port, and we are not able to do it in this spot. We can move it a little bit, or we cannot. We can place it here next to our theater, and that straight narrow line, that's what I like. Okay, now put some warehouse in here, and as a rule of thumb, when you build a warehouse, choose what you want to store. That's timber. And let's put some timber camp in here. My goal is that these 3 timber camps will collect the timber that's grown in here, and we'll try to push it to this warehouse, and then this warehouse will try to push it to this trade port. And these timber cutting camps will try to support weapons factories and some furniture factories that will be built in the future. Okay, so we are missing a lot of
city
people right now.
needs more workers.
215. That's 3 full houses, and we already only built 2 of them. So let's add the third one. And I think we are closing our circuit of houses here. And that's something I don't like to see, because when we will need some more people, and we will, because let's be honest, I still want to build a furniture factory and maybe some exotic market as well. We will need to break the pattern, and I do not like breaking the pattern. So what comes in mind is that we can place maybe one building here. If we move the tax collector, we can place 2 buildings in here. That's probably sufficient, but it's not nice. And I kind of like the visual aspect of the game, and the straight lines and patterns and symmetry and such. Well, just it's not symmetry in here as well, but you know what I mean. Okay, I paused the game because there was notification that there's enemy army approaching us, and we currently have 9 soldiers. So if they come early, then these guys fill up their post, we will have trouble. We have a lot of trouble. But I won't do anything about this. There's one thing I can do. I can do the same hack as I used in the previous game, because there was the bug that save load, and build fortresses and towers in the place where the army is popping up. Or we can try to pay them off, and we do not have enough money, but we can see what happens when we will drop to the depth. We try to attack with our 13 soldiers. Maybe they will be lucky. I don't think so. But they are Roman soldiers. They should be. Even though they are light and they will. And they will stay forward without losing a single guy. What the?
We don't have to be
Why are you
crazy
so
to
good?
join the legions, but it sure
Okay, I did
helps.
not expect that. I expected them to die, and then I expected I would demonstrate to ping off the bad guys and dealing with that problem, and now I do not know what to do. Never mind. Let's go back to our professions. They are currently in the level of large villa, and that's not bad. That means they are paying taxes, that means they are happy, and our equids are still unemployed.
We do not have enough
And
jobs
that's
for all
40
of our
people.
workers.
Okay. I think what we can do, we can try to build. We cannot try to build a school. Usually, when I want some people to just have a job, I will build something a little bit meaningless. Like, for example, the school. In this scenario, we do not need school, okay? Because our goals in the rating system are lower than whatever the school gives us, right? So it's meaningless for this level, and it's easy manageable by education panel in labor overview. So when we build a school, we can lower the priority of school and education as well. As all, it means school and libraries, and since they are not needed, everybody's happy. But we will not do that, and library takes a lot of more workers than school, and I'm not sure how many, so I do not want to go there. But I think what we can do is we can try to build one more equipped building that will attract 60 more people. So when you are having unemployed people, build more houses. Absolutely clear instructions. We'll build Gladiator Guild, and that means we can build our first arena in the game. And it reminds me a little bit of Colosseum building, but Colosseum is here as well. And I think this means more local version of arena. And with the shading, it reminds me of arenas found in northern part of Africa and close to the sea. because there is more. It's more sunny place than, for example, Galicia or England. That's really under the rule of Roman Empire. Right, let's add one more fort here. Maybe even one more fort. Let's go with 3. We have the money. We have the technology. It will take some time to fill up, but we have still 7 months in order to fulfill this request for military support. We are currently happy with unemployed equids because there's 8 of them, and 8 is acceptable number for this game. I think the game is usually seeing it as some 10, 20, I think 10% of all the equids available, or plebs if you are talking about plebs. And when this threshold number is overdone, it starts to show the yellow mark in here. So this guy's wearing white now, and if he starts to wear yellow, it's like, watch out, we got a problem. And I think I saw a red one, I'm not sure, but maybe I did. Okay, how's our business? We can see that Sicilia port is working. We can see that Latium, representing Rome, basically, is working as well. For those who want to know, Latium was a big port that's close to Rome, and there was, I think, Via Apulia, I'm not sure right now, that was like a connection between the port and the city. So that's basically what I mean by saying it's basically Rome. Right, so our food storage looks fine. I can see even some vegetables. Now there's a thing that can happen in the game if you do not set up limitations in granary, like I don't usually do, because the food is something that's really circulating in the game. And what I do not want to happen with securing the food is that I will have 1 granary for vegetable, 1 granary for meat, cattle, and 1 granary for wheat. And I don't want to have empty vegetable, empty meat, and then full granary of wheat with full farms, full of grain, and people are hungry basically because the circulation is not having enough time to fill. So I usually leave them empty, but the same thing can happen in reverse, but it is much less likely to happen. And what can happen is if you produce much more resources, let's say grain in this case, then you have the storage capacity and consumption. Granaries can become filled with 1 resource like grain, and vegetables or meat would not have enough space to be stored, and the farms will run empty. That can happen if it's less likely to happen because, as I said, the food is in circulation a lot. People are still eating, and we have some fire here. I don't like to see that. Let's check our risk panel and our fire risk. And prefects already running around the place, but just to be sure, let's put 1 more prefect, and let's also check our collapse risk. And I think everything seems fine. Let's check our happiness. Our happiness seems fine a little bit as well. Okay, we have got last warning from Caesar, so we don't want to anger Caesar, and we want to fulfill this request in order to our favor to rise. So they are facing 2 Greek-like infantry, and this time it makes sense because we are in Greece. Let's send 2 troops. They have excellent chances, and in case there will be a bug as same as in the previous video, let's keep 1 of the troop in our city in case these guys would not want to return. But hey, everybody's green who wouldn't want to return, right? Now what we had in plan is some furniture factory, and we have open jobs, which means our industry needs something about 30 people, and when we add furniture factory, I think there will be more than that. So now we have 2 options. Our first option is to fulfill this place that's been left as a reserve for our utensils, and the second option is to build it here. That will make just double the road here, and I think it will be fine. And as you can see, we do not have full storage of utensils in our trade depot and our warehouse as well. It's May. Let's check how our trade is going. We sold only 14 utensils and we are empty. And that's a sign that our industry is underperforming in our needs. So let's build 2 more utensils factory and let's check our iron. They have plenty of iron in there. They have no room to storage more, so that's fine. And let's build furniture factory when we are already building something. Let's go with 3. I think a little bit, it's a little bit too much. Oh, come on, let's build 2. Let's build 2 for our number of our people, which means equids and patricians. 2 is enough. And also a warehouse. And rule of thumb: when you build a warehouse, don't forget to set up the goods that be stored. And I paused the game because there are some local bandits threatening our place, so just to be sure I will finish up everything in time. Let's check out timber cutting camps, and they are working a lot, so because we built a furniture factory, let's add 2 more timber camps. And they are not exactly necessary. They are working right now because they're doing 2 things. One of them is they are trying to supply this warehouse, which is happening. And the second thing is they are supplying the weapons manufacturer here. And that's because we recently built two forts and depleted our stored weapons in our warehouse and in our recruitment post as well. It's full now, but factories are working around the clock right now. So we have added some new open jobs, and we need to fill these jobs with people. And we have 300 open jobs. That's 5 new buildings. And as I said earlier, we can break the pattern here, and we can fit 2 buildings in here, maybe even 2 here. And the other option is to expand and build something over here. And I am not sure which of these 2 options I will go, because my heart is telling me, okay, build it here, it's not a problem, you have plenty of space and it will be nice and neat. But on the other hand, people who will live here have they will have nice view on the fields, and who wouldn't want it, right? But they also have access to existing services, and that's something you do not want to waste if you have the place. So let's just build 2 here and 2 here. That's 4, and as I think I said I need 5. So let's build 6. Oh no, just 5, because we won't fit the room there, right? Yeah. Okay, that's not very nice, but you know what? I will build even 3 here, so seems that it was meant to be, and it wasn't. It really wasn't. And we have won this time battle, that's nice. So hopefully the army will return. Okay, let's pause the game right now and just make a bet. Will they return, or will they not? Is the bug only in the first level of the game, or is it everywhere in all the levels? I don't know. We have raiders here, and that's the reason why we sent only 2 guys to fight, only two cohorts, only two packs of guys to fight off the distant army, and we will use these guys. Hopefully they will be as strong as the previous guys. Oh, and in time they return, so
we do more
let's
by 6 a.m.
let's
let's
engage in the battle right now. That's a funny thing, you are finally returning from the battle that's been abroad, and you are okay, we will be home at 5, and you are just around the corner, and then there is enemy army waiting for half of you who have returned. Huh? That's bad luck. But these guys have been just supporting. Okay, so the back was only in the first level of the game. I think that's a little bit relieving, because I do not want only static defenses throughout the game. And we have grown over 2,000 people. And if you check our ratings, we needed 800, so we are 3 times larger than we needed to be. And that's fine, that's totally fine, and it happens all the time. Except for one campaign where you need 10,000 people. Now that's hard. Okay, so what's missing to our victory? We have enough culture. We are even more, and we need education buildings. That's what I was talking about, the schools. Our security is fine, it's 50. I mean, who wouldn't want 100, right? But that would mean we need to build city walls, and I'm too lazy to do that right now. We have enough favor, that's rolled because we won the battle, and we sent enough soldiers to support that. And we have enough population, so the only thing missing is prosperity. And for prosperity, we need to do one of two things. We need to either upgrade our existing plebs and equip buildings with more goods. That means more basic good in plebs case, and with equids it means a second type of luxury good and walls that surround the area they live. Now, as I said, I am too lazy to do that right now, so let's focus on the second options, and that's upgrading the large villa to the next level. And we will do that by importing some exotic goods. Here we are. We left our settings here for 12 storage places. While I did that, I expected that the place will be full with utensils, and it's not, because we are underperforming right now. So we'll start to import in silk, and let's connect this trade depot with our building residential area right now. And the reason for that is that we will build exotic market somewhere, and the exotic market will be fooled by the goods that's here, and we don't want them to go all around the city to gather the goods. So that's exotic market, and I think patricians have already enough services, so let's make them a little bit angry, and let's put exotic market far from their houses, but close to the place where the exotic goods is imported. And let's open trade road to Sardinia as well in advance, and that's water trade road, and this one is grinding my gears again. Yeah, we only need to this way, and I don't like it, but I have no other options. And let's start to import spices. Now, this villa will want exotic goods to level up, and then they will need or want more services for them. And here we are, they want education, so we will find out how many equids will work in library. And it's 45. Remember, we had 40 people unemployed in the time when we were dealing with schools. So it would not have been enough, and we are missing 70 equids. So now I'm thinking what we will do with that. Will we do something, or will we win the game right now? I think we won't win the game, or no? Yeah, come on, that's it. So, I'm still deputy, I'm still Viking. But the victories you have won here will not be soon forgotten, either by the Greeks or the senators in Rome. And, spoiler alert, the senators in Rome won't be in charge for long. So maybe there is a guy in the Rome or in Gallia right now with the name of Julius who will be happy with us as well. So Ave Caesar, and I'll see you in the next time. Bye bye.